gentlemen, welcome back. It is week 16 of F&F Football League. We are kind of moving with a quick pace through this season. And holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially moved out in front in the NFC West at 13-1. Bulls lost their game last week. Let's see who they lost to. That's crazy. Who did the Bulls play? Wow, Bulls lost to the Packers. That Packers team is really good, though. I won't lie. That Packers team is really, really nice. But that's a kind of a surprise upset there for that week. Wow, yeah. So we move out in front in the division. And if I'm not mistaken, that should make us the #1 team in the league. Yet again, it does. We are now #1. Tied for first, or not tied for first, but tied for best record with the Broncos and the Nighthawks. And as you can see, Nighthawks are probably the hottest team in the league. Losing game 1 and then winning 13 in a row. That is quite the streak to be on. Again, really surprised the Bulls lost. In my opinion, probably the best team in the league. They have Lamar Jackson. He was out. But when he comes back in the playoffs, I definitely think, if I don't win the Super Bowl, I definitely think he'll win the Super Bowl. That guy's team is just crazy. Today we played the Cardinals, a team that we played before. We played them before. Game 1, they actually had a user. But that guy was... he was a guy. Let's just put it that way. Kind of a stooge. Now, we don't play him because after the last game I played against him, which was a game of the week, he actually left the league because of me beating him in that game. But we're back. F&F, week 16. 1 game left after this week until we reach the end of this season. The final 2 weeks of the regular season of Madden 20. The next time that you see us after the season is over, we will be on Madden 21. Jimmy G, almost 4K yards.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach.
Yeah, this is it. This is my last franchise. These last 3 games, or however many games, let's just say I go to the Super Bowl. This is the last season until Madden 21. I am officially retiring from Madden 20. I'm a little bit worried, though, because I've heard really terrible things about Madden 21. I'm not very excited about playing that game. So, yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it, if I can be completely honest with you. So far, though, I think it'll just be kind of something they'll patch. I mean, all Madden games are terrible. They've all been terrible. But it's just about being good enough to deal with. The only reason I'm buying, I don't play MUT really at all. The only reason I'll even be buying this Madden is just for franchise. I really like playing franchise. It's a really cool and fun thing to do, in my opinion. Hopefully we can keep this pace up that we've kept and just roll right into the Super Bowl. I think the Bulls is really the only team that's going to give us any type of trouble whatsoever. That's going to be a divisional championship. That's going to be the division championship game, I'm assuming. But that, I don't know. I didn't really look. I probably should have looked, but it looked like he secured a first-round bye. I think it was definitely a battle for it, but I think I secured it. I'm not really sure. I'll have to go back and look. Here we go. Nick Bosa breaking records. My defensive ends have over 20 sacks apiece, D Ford and Nick Bosa. It's a little bit insane how good these guys are doing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
There we go. Pick 6. Second play of the game. Tavarius Moore. I mean, every single game this guy has an interception. I mean, I can't even tell you how many pick sixes he's got. He's just... My kind of motto when it comes to picking guys on defense is speed. If you're fast, you're going to play for me. I don't care about overall. To just give you a little story, John Franklin III, who's a wide receiver for the Buccaneers, unfortunately his season just ended before he could even start. He tore his ACL, I believe, and he's doing rehab. He's doing really good. Shout out to John Franklin III. Good friend of mine. Met him through an app called Yoke Gaming. It's not sponsored, by the way, but I met him through there. We play some games every once in a while together. I had him in a different franchise at safety, because in the game he's in there as a DB, and he has like 94 speed starting. And in one season, I got him like 30-something interceptions, and he went up from like a 59 overall. I got him to an 87 in one season. Got him from normal to superstar. Balled out over 100 tackles with the guy. So I don't care about overall. For me, it's speed, because I use the safeties a lot. If you're fast, you're gonna play for me. I know some people might think that's dumb, but take a guy like Keon Crossan, 95 speed, but I think he's like a 60-something overall. That guy's going to play for me 10 times out of 10. I want to try to get a rushing touchdown for Jimmy G this game.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football.
Oh, Jimmy.
Never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Just like that,
shout out to the San Diego Padres, by the way, sweeping the Colorado Rockies just now. What a dot. Dante Pettis just got his X Factor after last game. Perfect time for a guy like that to heat up.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Another thing too, I've been to like 3 franchise Super Bowls. I've never won a Super Bowl in a franchise. So I'm hoping that this can be the first franchise Super Bowl we can win. Be a good way to send us off into Madden 21. I'm pretty excited for Madden 2021. Just because. So this league, FNF Football League, shout out FNF, by the way, great league. If you're interested in joining FNF, go ahead and shoot me a comment, and I can get you the league info and send you the Discord invite. It's ran through Discord. Great league, love the guys, good ownership and everything like that. But anyways, there is a rule in the league where everybody gets a 99 overall created player, and what that does is it kind of balances out the teams, kind of tries to even out people. So my 99 overall player is a safety, and I based his player over gosh, I can't really talk right now. It's based off my high school friend Isaiah McDaniels, who currently is a safety for the University of South Dakota Coyotes. He's the starting safety over there. It's his redshirt junior year. Unfortunately, his conference decided that they weren't going to play this year due to coronavirus. He had a breakout season last year, and he was looking to really make a name for himself. But yeah, I'm kind of like honoring him in the fact that he can't play this season. I know it might sound stupid to some people, but to me it's kind of a big deal because you know, that's one of my best friends, and I've kind of followed his career his whole way, and so I put him in the game. You know, I had to put him in the game. Anyway, back to the game. You know, we're doing good so far, 14-0. I don't like how they're moving the ball right now. They're moving the ball really well on my D-line. But we're going to get an interception right now. Very, very soon.
Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. He felt the pressure coming there.
This is a play I love to run on third and short,
nothing, so to speak.
Or third and medium. A lot of guys like to run the out routes, and this play really, really takes those out routes away.
To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still
he's going to try to kick a field goal from here? Yeah, he is. It's like a 50-yard field goal. Nope. Pick it up yourself. Oh, Reed. Pick it up yourself.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get.
Last week's game was awesome. We had almost 500 yards passing, and we had between the two quarterbacks that played, almost 500 yards passing, and almost 200 yards rushing. So it was like a really, really well all-around game. There's a touchdown for Dante Pettis. Maybe not a touchdown, but a big game.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist bump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Garoppolo looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Nice. Sheesh.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the
holding defense. What?
The results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
That's stupid.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Pollard, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Man, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook.
Got to make up for that. I hate throwing interceptions.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returning it is Moore. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's
there he goes, right side. Touchdown.
Dante Pettis.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Nice, good play. Who was that?
Force everything even.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one
That was a really good play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Wow. Open man is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Pollard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another 1st, but he appears to be a few inches short. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Here we go. 13.
That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster.
That didn't work.
Anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Heating up, baby.
3 touchdown passes now from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Nick Bosa's having a big day.
But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Luck on 3rd down. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And
pick 6.
End zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard.
No, not the face mask.
Down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Nice.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on third down. Luck. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, it's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. It's Kelsey on the ground. They stop him for only 3 that time, and
there we go.
4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points.
It got his man complete.
Let's go, man. 95-yard touchdown.
Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The final shot before the break. Luck.
Oh, that sucks.
Incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan
Big break for
Kocher.
halftime.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we say adios, America. Hola, Mexico City, as we check out the action down at Stadio Azteca. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Darrell Henderson, a touchdown run in the victory. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna take out Jimmy. I think 4 touchdowns, and I mean that's pretty close to. Everybody else looks fine.
It's the 49ers out.
I'll just try to spread the ball around. Oh shit! Damn it, I can't do it right now.
As well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's just get what's his name over 200 yards, 250 yards passing.
The 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to
Let's
begin
get one more pass
quarter.
play with Jimmy
They got a good
Garoppolo.
first half lead. Now they have a chance to
And
add
we'll take
on
him
to
out.
it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
Last drive for the guy.
But be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That is
That's it for Jimmy G. Let's take him back right now. Good game, kiddo.
caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
Jeez.
For us. And sometimes they throw in that big
See,
chunk play.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, almost 45 yards.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
No!
And this will split the uprights.
I almost blocked it again.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Looking to throw. Purdy. A lot to praise on this drive up. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Tavecchio good on the extra point.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and it's 3rd and short. He can run for it, and he will.
Andrew Luck trying to run the read option.
As they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, my God, pick the ball up.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Thank goodness.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. They find some open field here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On 1st down, Purdy.
Definitely release that ball. That's crazy.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They will run again with Coleman. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that will extend this big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Lott. Looks to throw, fires right side.
Fred Warner, man, that dude's a headhunter.
The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated.
Hey, man, that guy was fast.
Really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position. But nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps.
Get off of me.
The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Bro, release the ball. Let the ball go out of your hand.
And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll buy some time right.
Fuck.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives.
That should have been an interception.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing his line. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation.
Fuck me, dude.
Tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard
Damn
line.
it.
So good starting field position.
I hate throwing interceptions.
Come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Luck. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Luck. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Luck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Luck. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Coleman now. Spins past it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a first down throw, Luck. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And it's complete to Kelsey. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Locke. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That throw good for 4.
Trying to get one more out of this game.
Get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, here's Rock. That's incomplete.
No way. No way.
Flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Oh my goodness. I just want to know where the pass interference was on that. Why did that animation even happen?
But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now the Niners
Jesus.
third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw again on second down. Luck finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Again, Love.
You gotta be kidding me.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Come on, man.
To escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry up. On 3rd and 2, Purdy.
Get off the fucking...
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Alright, last play. Who cares?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Purdy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. One last throw here for Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it.
Alright, folks, let's take a look at some stats here before we get you out of here. Purdy had the most disappointing game he's had so far. I mean, but that's mainly because I stopped throwing the ball. Rushing, Tev Coleman hit that 200-yard mark. It's been a while since we've had him over the 200-yard mark. Raheem Mostert picked up another touchdown on that big running play. Receiving, we got Dante Pettis, 173 and 2 touchdowns. George Kittle, 60 and 3 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel had that 195-yard touchdown reception. Defensively, Nick Bosa got another sack. D Ford got 3 more on there. Crazy game for Fred Warner. 2 interceptions. AJ Green, another 2 interceptions. Let's see who got those pick sixes. Quan Alexander had 1, and Tavarius Moore had 1 as well. And he also had a fumble recovery. So this guy balls out every week. Very glad that we have him on the team. Alright, let's check out these upgrades we got here. Nick Bosa almost maxed out here. +2 block shedding. 99 power moves, 99 finesse moves, 99 tackling, 99 awareness, 99 pursuit. This guy is absolutely ridiculous. D4 going up. +1 finesse moves. Laken Tomlinson, get your upgrade. Angelo Shelby, come get your upgrade. Justin Skule, another starter, come get your upgrade, buddy. AJ Green, that's the last starter that we have. Come get your upgrade. Boop. 96 speed. Don't sleep on the low overall DBs, guys. I'm telling you. Let's take a look at the stats, the season stats that we got here. 4,314 passing yards, 49 touchdowns, 16 interceptions for Jimmy Garoppolo, completing 65% of his passes. 1,400 rushing yards, 19 touchdowns for Tev Coleman, 1,564 yards and 18 touchdowns for Dante Pettis, 982 yards for Deebo Samuel. He'll be over that 1,000-yard mark by the end of the season for sure. George Kittle, 876 and 15 touchdowns. Man, everybody's kind of going off. We got it kind of spread out all over the place. I mean, look how many receiving touchdowns we have. Let's look at defense. Fred Warner, 73 tackles. Take a look at sacks. Look at D Ford. 35.5 sacks in one season. In one season. That's ridiculous. Let's look at interceptions. Tavarius Moore, 13. Let's look at how many touchdowns. 4 interceptions returned for touchdowns. DJ Reed has 3. Let's take a look at this stat leaders here. DJ Reed, Richard Sherman, Tavarius Moore. I mean, got solo tackles. Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and D Ford all tied. This is a linebacker and 2 defensive ends that are tied with 40 tackles. I mean, that's just ridiculous. These guys are just going off. Do we have this single season sack record? Let's look and see how close we're getting for awards. Just number 8 now. We were number 10 last week. I don't think we're gonna win it. I mean, Biggie. Let's check on Biggie Backs. Let's see how many yards this guy has. Because you just know this guy's forcing the run. Oh, only 2,500 yards, 30 touchdowns on the ground though. Yeah, so he's pounding the shit out of the rock. And still has almost 3,000 yards passing and 29 touchdowns. So that guy's pretty good. Let's look at NFL records. That sack thing has to be a record. What are we looking at? Oh, that Wickstrom kid has 39. D Ford with 35. So we just need to get 5 more sacks, and we'll be the all-time sack leader. Do we have any records? Let's see if we have any records here. Passing yards in a game. Let's do season, right? Let's season. Passing yards. Andrew Luck. Nope. Are we on there at all? Jimmy Garoppolo set 725. Passing touchdowns. Jimmy Garoppolo holds at 11. Rushing yards. 502 in a single game this season. That's seems a little interesting. Rushing touchdowns. Yeah, Tev Coleman had 6 in a game this season, which actually ties him. Receiving yards. This is crazy that guys are putting up this many receiving yards in a game. Receiving touchdowns in a game. Deebo Samuel, I think he had 7 or something, and George Kittle had 6. Yeah. Oh, it's right there. I'm dumb. Catches. Nope. Defensive sacks. Damn, this record still hasn't been broken since 1990. Yeah, I thought we got closer to this one. INTs in the game. Somebody's on here from our team. Wow, nobody's on here from our team. Yeah, anyway. I'm kind of rambling now, but I'll talk to you guys later. See you next week.